I guess we're live. Guys, just testing. Are we completely audible and are we visible enough? Just type yes. If there is a connection error at your end, just type no in the chat. Amazing. Looks like we are doing quite well. Let's wait for 2 more minutes. Let's give other a chance to join. Till then, why don't you guys just simply tell us that where are you from? Just type your city name or the city you represent, so that we know that okay, where are you coming from? Just write your city name. Okay, great. Audio is perfect from Sindhu's side so far. Great. Parichay, do you want to say something so that people can also check your audio as well?
Hi guys, welcome. I hope my audio is and I'm looking forward to interacting with you guys. And a power-packed 1 hour. We're gonna do it, me and Sindhu.
Awesome.
We're just
I see
gonna wait
someone
for
from
one more
Bhubaneswar.
minute, just so that, and then we're gonna just kickstart right away.
Okay, we have people from Mumbai, people from Delhi, people from
Great.
Hyderabad,
Hi
Bangalore.
Tarun. Hi Harshna. Mumbai people are also joining. Great.
Amazing. Thanks, guys, for testing our audio, being helpful for us. Parichay, do you think we should start right now? At least just engage with our audiences.
I think Sindhu, we can wait if that's okay. Let's wait for two more minutes. I think
Yes.
a lot of people are also texting me and in personally, and I think we can wait for 2 more minutes. Let's just wait. I think
Perfect.
we can have
Perfect.
a little
Okay.
intro while people are always letting us know from where they are. It's so good to hear from people when they are so interactive, and that's really a great
Right.
start to our day. I think. Don't you think?
Yes, I think it's absolutely great. It's absolutely great. Yes, WebHub, we will start soon. We are just waiting for your friends, for others to join, so that they don't miss it out. Uh, my last pain point will be people missing out few things. Hey Aditya from Mumbai. So let's just wait for 2 more minutes. We will not waste any more time, and then we'll quickly start. Awesome, guys. We are just starting. First of all, thank you everyone. यहाँ तक आप लोगों ने वेट किया. अगर हम लोगों ने ज़्यादा वेट करवाया हो तो sorry. My name is Sindhu and welcome to the video marketing project. It's a very small initiative that we have started. I first saw in the market that बहुत लोग content के around बात करते हैं, production के around how to create good content and everything. There is less discussion around distribution or marketing that we see. So I just asked my friend Parichay a few days back that why don't we do a session around video marketing, and that's how it kickstarted. So first of all, a big thanks to Parichay for joining us in the first session of the video marketing project. Parichay, I guess Prashant is saying that Mr. Tayal is lagging. I guess it's not a lag. It's once Parichay just says something, you will be fine. That okay. Great, great.
Right.
All right.
Great. Yes.
Yes, amazing, amazing response from people till now. Just wanted to do a very small check. We are doing this YouTube live for the first time. मैंने personally बहुत channels के लिए किया हुआ है. Filter copy के लिए I do, Dice Media के लिए I do. This is for the first time. Just wanted to check if anyone from you have ever used YouTube live. कोई भी creator का या कोई भी channel का just type a yes. I just want to check that if you guys are familiar with this feature and everything. Just type a yes if you have ever used YouTube live. Just type no if you have never used it. Okay, we have Pratik from Pune. We see a no, we see a yes, or two yes. Amazing. Looks like people have already used it. That makes our job easier. Great, great. Guys, I will quickly introduce myself later. I will first let Parichay to talk about his journey. Parichay is a senior growth marketer at Popexo. I hope you must have heard about Popexo, the largest YouTube, not exactly YouTube, women community, digital women community that they have ever built, and Parishay happened to be the part of the journey. Parishay, why don't you quickly jump in and share your journey? How did you become a growth marketer at Popexo?
Sure. Thanks, honestly. Thanks a lot to all the audience who have joined us. I think it's a special webinar that I'm doing with my friend Sindhu. And while both of us belong to media background, and we represent topics which are the biggest communities, and again, of course, the target audience is different. So it's going to be a really interesting contest that the things we're going to discuss. Now, quickly jumping into my background, starting with the tricky question on how did I jump into growth marketing part. So always, I mean, after doing my graduation, also within my graduation, I was always ticked and curious about how the psychology can change views about masses. So I would always keep on experimenting, starting with my own startup also in college, and it has always been around hustling more in the growth space. Later I jumped into where I saw a lot of potential, a lot of movement happening in the content industry, and I was so fascinated by that I always wanted to join a media group. I was lucky enough to start with HT Media, where I was working on projects with Mint, and later joining PopXO, which was one of the biggest communities, content turned commerce company. I saw myself as a fortunate growth marketer. As you know, it's just not digital marketing. We are looking forward to hockey stick growth, guys. We are only concerned about the growth of a company. We are not interested in traffic or that, which are we are only interested in the vanity metrics, which are the conversions, pesa, revenue. That is what sparks us. And of course, how to move audiences and push traffic at the end of the day. So it's a win-win situation for everyone. So that is major where major of my time goes. I like to lately I've been really interested in building a community, and join like-minded people, have conversation with them, people like Sindhu, and a lot of other people. So right now I'm in the process of making a tribe right now, so that whatever you have learned, you offer the same to the community. It's so good to be here.
Great and absolutely, Parishay. It's so good to have you. Parishay, I guess some people are talking about the lag from your end. So while I introduce myself and tell a little bit about my journey, you can just check what's happening at your end. It could be a Wi-Fi issue. First of all, Parishay, thanks
Okay,
for
okay, I'll just
yes,
sure.
yes. First of all, Parichay, thanks for introducing yourself and talking a little bit about your journey. I personally have not met a lot of growth marketers who are into the media space. I come from a very different background completely. My journey has been kind of a travel story to be very specific. अगर मुझे vlogger मैं पहले अगर मेरे पास vlogging skills होता तो मेरी life में अभी तक I would have started a vlog, to be very honest. But jokes apart, I travel from I come from a very small city called as Cuttack, which is in Orissa. I spent somewhat around 20-21 years of my life there. Did my BBA, then jumped to Noida, did my MBA, and then started my career by co-founding or kind of being a founding member of a social media startup. And then I happened to work for 1 year with Paytm Insider, which used to be known as Insider.in. I was handling the sports and events and app growth for them. And right now I'm at Pocket Aces. Pocket Aces, if no one knows or have heard about it, it's the biggest digital entertainment company in India, which owns Filter Copy, Dice Media, Gobble. We own a gaming division of ours called as Loco. We are building two new channels as well. I'm pretty much sure that everyone must have heard about Filter Copy or लॉकडाउन का साथी आपका होगा शायद. So that's all about me. Throughout this journey, it's been a very small journey, so nothing big about it. But coming quickly, just starting the whole session, uh, I just want to ask Paricha. I had this thought in my mind. Paricha, when I started my digital marketing career, to be very honest, I see that ये पूरी की पूरी इंडस्ट्री काफी ज्यादा शिफ्ट हुई है. As in, when I joined, there was a SEO boom. A lot of people were wanting to become a performance marketer. A lot of content creators were writing SEO blogs. I'm pretty sure if anyone who is our audience, किसी ने अगर 5 साल पहले शुरू किया होगा, you must be having your own blog, which was a text format blog. Parijay, so what do you see that marketers and creators ये 5 साल में कैसे क्या change हुए and what has changed till now?
Great thing, Sindhu. I think to start off with, just for a warm up, it's important to understand where we are right now. We are not going back to 20 years in the Madman era where the traditional advertising was happening. This is in this space only, where we all are using iPhone 5 or iPhone 5s consuming content. But post the Geo era, post online, we are getting into a lot of free services, and there's so much engagement around people. To declutter your content, it has become really important. In the past 5 years, if I have to talk about the content strategies, it has been really dynamic. It all depends on the market, and at the end of the day, that is the one thing which hasn't changed. So if you are into content, you got to be always topical at the end of the day. It won't matter if the channel is changing to LinkedIn or TikTok, say right now. If it's changing from YouTube to Instagram, the channels will change over time. But one specific thing as a marketer that you keep hold of is that you don't miss out on anything which your competition is doing, or which you think, or your audience think you should do it. So you always need to, consistency marketer thing that one can think of. So one needs to understand that first of all, and they can always backtrack to what their strategies are. So that is one thing which I know for a fact changing. I don't want to discuss the post COVID content strategies. Of course, there's a lot of content out there, but in terms of always looking at where you understand that, okay, consistency and choosing the right channel mix is always important. 5 years back, we had different channels. People were spending less time, so basics remain same. I mean, things are moving, but the basics remain same. That is what I think.
Right. I think you absolutely pointed the right things, which I also have in my mind. So yes, I hope you gave a quite brief structure what has actually changed, Parijay.
So, Sindhu, can you just repeat what you just last said? I think the
I
voice
was,
was
I was, I
breaking.
was, I was, okay. So I was just telling that okay, you actually pointed it quite well. What has actually changed till now?
Okay, got it. I think one thing which makes me wonder, Sindhu, if you can hear me well, is
Yes.
how is things for you going on? Filter copy is in the news right now. It's not just one content which is floating around, which is good. I mean, from a marketer point of view, at how do you think things have transformed in terms of consumption, in terms of the channel mix, how things are changing? If you can also discuss the same with the audience, I'm sure they will be interested.
Yes, absolutely. I guess you actually nailed with the right keyword, which is topical in content space. If anyone, so let's try to understand this very basic thing. I'm sure everyone who is the audience right now has a Facebook page. Let's be very honest. Now on Facebook, sorry, not page. Let's say Facebook personal profile. You put out posts, let's say. If you're not a Facebook user, you put out stories on Instagram. Let's try to understand that if you ever backtrack whatever you have been posting till now, you will find a pattern. Whenever something is coming up, let's say Diwali is coming up, you will post something around Diwali. Whenever, let's say, your birthday is coming up, you will put out your birthday. Now, the point I'm trying to make is everyone by default understands the topicality level content. Why are you putting it out? You simply think that okay, a lot of people are talking about it, hence I need to put it out. It's a simple mindset. That's it. Brands do the same thing as well. We try to take care of topicality, but the whole game is we try to make videos engaging. That's the basic game of every other brand. Now at Filter Copy and Dice or whatever channels we have, we are doing the same thing. Now what we did with Dice Media these days is I mean, कोई भी shoot नहीं कर सकता बाहर जाके, कोई भी edit नहीं कर सकता. So everyone is at home. So we thought that why don't we make uh, a series, a web series, which is around love in lockdown, which is around relationship that started in lockdown, and how will these two people meet after lockdown? So there is a series that we made. It's called First. Now it's a kick-ass team effort that the branded guys did. They onboarded Bumble and Dairy Milk and everything. But the point I'm trying to make is, again, every brand out there or every content creator out there is taking the scenario or the topicality into place and uh, trying to cash it out. We are doing the same thing, nothing else. The good thing is we are lucky that our industry is not that hit. We are lucky that there is a lot of demand. People want to see content क्योंकि सब घर में बोर हो रहे हैं. That's why you see a lot of Patal Lok and Astur is coming up in this lockdown. So everyone is just putting out content. So yeah, that's good. That's for us, and things are good. Parijay.
So Sindhu, one specific thing that you mentioned, okay, that you guys are doing what I mean, you are just benefiting while people are at home and trying to give. But there's something called consistency also, which I've seen. I'm very much
Right.
interested to know. I mean, not two, not three, not 10. How are you able to guys crack every week your video is getting viral? I mean, this is the question that I am asked in my company also. That how is Filter Copy doing that? I mean, it's pretty amazing to see someone in the space who's been saying really engaging content and as well as getting that metric level also done. So we'll get down to metric in detail, but when I say metric for the audience, it is more around the views or something like that. So if you can talk on that, it'll be really great.
Well, first of all, if you guys inside your company are talking about us hitting the right thing, then I think I'm doing my job and I'm justifying my salary, and other people who are in the content are also justifying their salary. So thanks for the appreciation. I take it as a compliment. But coming back to doing things consistently, there are two aspects to it. One is what you do pre-upload and what you do post-upload. Let me be very specific about it. When I talk about pre-upload, I basically mean आप कितने content बनाते हो. Let's say you are putting out content on TikTok. You're putting out two content on TikTok. It's not about putting out two content on TikTok. It's about keeping the same quality every time consistent. It's about making sure and being enough strong enough कि मैं रोज डालूंगा 8 बजे so and so content with that much amount of quality. So first that thing need to be finalized. Now there is a problem to that कि when you are a single creator आपका brain space is limited. Now when I say limited, क्रिएटिविटी ब्लॉकेज वी कॉल इट, वो कभी ना कभी जाके होगा. आप 3 साल तक कंटेंट रोज अगर बनाओगे, ऑब्वियसली एट सम पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम यू विल बी लाइक कि यार आइडियाज नहीं आ रहे हैं. आई एम श्योर अ लॉट ऑफ कंटेंट क्रिएटर्स हैव दिस डिलेमा दैट आइडियाज नहीं आ रहे हैं ऑल. सो ब्रांड को फायदा ये होता है, वी हैव अ लॉट ऑफ writers who can write, so hence we don't have a creative blockage there. That is one. So pre upload का आपको ये game crack करना है, that being consistent, but वो time frame आपको select करना है. You think okay, you are not that creative, so 1 week upload makes sense for you. Let's say every Sunday I will upload. So that's a game on your side. Second thing is I just saw a comment which my friend Komal just wrote that Filter Copy is empathetic towards its customers. I think that's the right exact point which we nailed it. I'll just take some little time and talk a little bit about this. What does empathy means in content? दो चीजें होती हैं. आप खुद के लिए कंटेंट नहीं बना रहे हो, हम दूसरों के लिए कंटेंट बना रहे हैं, सिंपल। नाउ व्हेन वी से दूसरों के लिए कंटेंट बना रहे हैं, एवरी चैनल, एवरी ब्रांड हैज इट्स ऑडियंस फिक्स्ड। मैं लेट्स से बिहार के ऑडियंस 18 to 24 बिहेविंग इन अ सर्टेन वे फ्रॉम अ सर्टेन टाउन, टॉकिंग इन अ स्पीकिंग सर्टेन लैंग्वेज के लिए ऑडियंस बना रहा हूँ। Hence, I'll be empathetic towards them and try to understand what are their needs, what are their emotions, and try to crack it. What filter copy tries to do is we have noticed on YouTube space हो या कोई भी content का कोई space हो, there are big emotions जो आपको virality लाती है. The biggest emotion is called relatability. The reason you share a filter copy video, or let's say a scoop of video, or let's say a TVF video, is because it is relatable to you. Now relatability is a very tricky concept. Like let's say Parichay, I guess you are an engineer, are you?
I am an engineer, a
Okay,
sad
yeah.
engineer, but yes,
Okay, so you're a
again.
BTech. Okay, so now you understand the pain points of being a BTech.
Yes, yes,
The moment I put out,
correct.
let's say pain points of BTech prep placements, you will share. So it's relatable for you or relatable to you. But I'm an MBA grad, so कोई management के run बनाएगा तो
Mhm,
it's relatable for me. Now, the point I'm trying to say is,
mhm,
I will simply share because I think that मेरे जैसे बहुत लोग हैं जो देख के उनको फील होगा कि यार नॉस्टैल्जिया फैक्टर है, पुराने दिनों की याद आ गई. So that is one biggest factor. The second biggest factor is motivational. That's why you see a big people, Vivek Vindra, uh, kind of motivation plus education. Simon Sinek, Gary Vaynerchuk, biggest Instagrammer. I can doubt and undoubtedly say that he's in the world because they're motivational. Motivation is the biggest sentiment to be hit. And the third biggest is humor. You see Zakir Khan and other people are nailing it because हम लोग डिजिटल जितना ज्यादा ऊपर जाएगा ना, उतना ज्यादा कॉमेडी स्पेस ऊपर जाएगा इज व्हाट माय बिलीव इज. So answering your question, we are able to win because one, we are very empathetic. Second is we understand the user emotion so well that we try to get it into those videos. So that's what we do. But let's keep our own brands aside. I really wanted to ask Parishay this question because I don't follow a lot of brands. मेरे बहुत कम brand campaigns favorite हैं. So just wanted to understand from you that do you have any non-media brand campaign जो आपने देखा हुआ है, which not exactly non-media or any brand campaign which you have seen that blew your mind. You said कि oh fuck, this is the best campaign I've ever
mhm.
seen. You have anything to share with our audience?
So, so Sindhu, I'll try to share my perspective on it. Okay, so whatever as brand people think, it's not always the game of subscriber, like, या views वाला. ठीक है. Firstly, we need to understand it well. I think the biggest impediment is weaving. I mean, and while you're trying to create a concept out of it. Okay, so I'm what I'm talking about is brand integration is what interests me when you ask about brand campaigns. So I mean, the top of the head, if I think about, I'll think of an academy and probably Kota Factory. It's one of the best integrations that are done. Same thing
I love
happened
that
with
video.
Ola and permanent roommates. So what I'm trying to say is that brand integrations with web content longevity. Now that longevity keyword is very important to understand because we already have so much content out and people are already cluttered with a lot of content. How do you brand or your product live for, I mean, always? So it's like whenever Quota Factory will be talked about, an academy will somehow be integrated with it. Characters from Permanent Roommate, the Ola driver, our favorite Ola driver, will be talked about. So Ola will anyway be integrated in that. So what I'm trying to say is all these brand integrations have been done. I think they have been very successful in kind of writing and weaving a brand into the script, and a lot of time has been invested in that. And I think these are the ones who motivate us as a brand. I mean, again, I'm talking about the Viral Fever and the other companies. AIB has done ton of initiatives with a lot of brands, And I think the storytelling that they are doing, it's just wonderful. It's just seamless, first of all, and it's really wonderful.
Yeah, I think I
So
would agree
that
with
is
with it.
top of the head campaigns which I can think of, and which really gets me like, okay, they have literally used some oxymoron techniques, and it's not just about one upselling it, but they've tried to integrate in the whole series, one in one frame or in 10 frames. No,
Right.
so it's not just about one visibility at the end of the day. It's not gonna get you anything. If I, as a product, I come down in a frame and I'm spending, lakhs on it, I will not get the ROI. So in that comes into the picture. What was the moment? How engaging it was when your brand integration was done, and how many times it popped on again. So can you relate, when you relate back to a TV series? Can people relate to your brand? That brand marketers and growth guys need to think when they sign up new initiatives with brands. That is the message I have right now.
Right, right, right.
Hope
I think I
it
agree. I guess Parisha, we are getting a lag from
Sindhu.
at your end. Your video is actually stuck. Um, I would like to ask other people that,
Hello.
guys, do you see that our video is lagged or something? Just help us out. Just let us know that if the video is lagging. Okay, I guess I will take that as a no. So yeah, Parisha, I was just
Sorry. I'm trying to fix it, Sindhu. I think I'm just trying to fix it. But
okay,
you
okay,
carry on. I'm just doing it.
okay. I'm just checking that if everyone else is okay, Parish's hand is breaking. So cool. Then I'll try to fill up the void when Paricha is fixing his internet issues. So actually, I just wanted to point it out what Paricha said. Just let me just summarize the whole thing.
Hello.
He wanted to bring out a point which दिमाग में रखना that why are we building these properties? चाहे आप एक YouTube चैनल चालू करना चाहते हो, because free या तो you are doing it for a hobby or you are doing it just because of passion. वो अलग चीज है. If you are doing it as a business or if you are looking at it as a business, वो views कभी ना कभी जाके monetize होगा, right? Now the point that Parisha is trying to say is TVF played a great role in Quota Factory by integrating Unacademy so smoothly कि वो ऐसा नहीं दिखा कि आप सीरीज देख रहे हो और कोई कॉन्टेक्स्ट के बिना अनअकैडमी का ऐप आ रहा है. To give another example, Unacademy also did another web series with us. It's called Operation MBBS. Now, उसमें भी आप देखोगे ये इन दोनों का आप केस स्टडी लेके देखो, then you will try to see that the smoother brand integration that we had. We will talk about conversions and brand integrations in the later part of this webinar. But I think the main the main thing that you as a marketer, whoever is in this um, uh, is inside the audience right now, should just go and see, let's say, those micro segments of the shots and see कि कैसे smoothly उसको integrate किया हुआ है. Then you as a creator or you as a marketer will understand कि दूसरे brands का integration कैसे होता है. Now, I mean, until Paricha is fixing that, let me just talk a little bit around community building, and then Paricha will talk about how they build their biggest communities. Till then, let me just take only 1 minute to tell Paricha something. Paricha, just let us know when you are completely fine with the Wi-Fi, so that I can let you just jump in. Till then, I'm taking care of the chat. So yes, I was basically talking uh, about how to build a community and such sort. So what happens is, let's say tomorrow you create a YouTube channel. Consider your YouTube channel or any other channel per se, it could be Instagram or Facebook, as a product. Now what do I mean by product? But I mean that every product has its user persona, has a target audience जिनके लिए वो content बन रहा है. Now here आप content बेच रहे हो. So the point is, just put on an Excel sheet detailed document कि मेरा मेरा audience कौन है. नाउ ये डिटेल कितना होता है मैं बोलता हूँ. So let's say I'm creating a channel tomorrow and I need to detail that people who are living in Delhi, who are living in South Delhi, in this and this age group, this and this gender bracket, ये टाइप के शॉपिंग करते हैं, ये टाइप का खाना खाते हैं एंड एवरीथिंग. सो अगर जब तक आप ये इतना डिटेल बना लेते हो, सो व्हाट हैपेंस इज यू नो कि ओके ठीक है, आई हैव टू गो आफ्टर दिस बिग मार्केट. मैं उसी के लिए कंटेंट बनाऊंगा. हेंस यू हैव अ गाइडलाइन कि आप कुछ भी कंटेंट नहीं बनाओगे, आप उसी के अराउंड ही कंटेंट को सेट करोगे. टेक एनी यूट्यूबर in India. Like for an example, let's take Carrie Minati right now, who is the hottest topic. Carrie Minati, you have seen the smooth transition from being a roast video now into a game, into the game streaming market. गेम स्ट्रीमिंग मार्केट में उसने फिक्स कर दिया कि मुझे देखने वाले या तो गेमर्स होंगे, या तो गेम स्ट्रीमर्स होंगे, या तो रैंडमली मेरे कंटेंट देखने के लिए आएगा. बट हिज प्राइमरी ऑडियंस इज गेम स्ट्रीमर्स और इज गेमर्स. द पॉइंट इज कि अगर आप कुछ बना रहे हो, योर सेकेंडरी ऑडियंस कुड बी एनीथिंग, बट यू नीड टू हैव योर प्राइमरी ऑडियंस फिक्स. नाउ वंस यू हैव योर प्राइमरी ऑडियंस फिक्स, यू हैव टू थिंक ऑफ वेज कि उसके पीछे कैसे जाना है. That's it. ऑब्वियसली यू हैव टू मेक क्वालिटी वीडियोस, बट आपको वो इमोशन समझना है कि आपकी जो प्राइमरी ऑडियंस है उसको चाहिए क्या. ये बोलने में बहुत आसान लगता है, ट्रस्ट मी, इट्स अ बिग पेन इन द एस टू क्रैक इट. नाउ सिंस परिचय, आई गेस यू हैव सॉर्टेड द वाईफाई थिंग. परिचय, इज इट
Sindhu,
फाइन?
I've tried to sort my. Yeah, I hope you guys are able to sort down my Wi-Fi thing.
Okay,
Yes.
I think it's fine.
So
So Parichay, why don't you?
okay,
So I was talking
okay.
about building a community. Since you have built the biggest or the largest community of women in India, as in digital marketers have the pain that women are very hard to get acquired on a digital front because cost of acquisition is very high. So how did you guys build this big community around women, and just tell a little bit about secrets reveal मत करो, but थोड़े बहुत अगर बता दोगे तो काफी अच्छा होगा.
I think कि cost of acquisition बहुत high होता है. So this all marketers out there will understand, because if say you're working for a brand, a dating there also, the biggest challenge those people have is to get women on their platform at the end of the day. You are living in a country where men audience is there, but again, getting women on the platform, it's really hard. And I'm just gonna talk a little overview of how Pop Pixo was able to do it. Firstly, I would like to talk about think on this line that you have a unique community. Okay, now you need to foster that culture rather than taking it from the lines of any other. You need to work on your own community and foster it in your own ways. So just to give you context, back in 2014-15, when even Scoop Foop or other video brands going massive videos, and using a platform like Facebook, which was giving so massive reach, while our target audience is very specific, which is the college student, clear picture in our mind. Even our app would say no man's land, where only women can have conversation. So while
I love this tagline.
you are giving that kind of value, creates an essence of a community. So that community feeling is very important at the end of the day. If you try to do it, I mean, I've tried it multiple times. I was like, why have you starting? I mean, you're losing out on a lot of customers. But they talk about it that our, again, selling point or our major proposition is at the end of the day women. So build only or around women. So it's about fostering a community at the end of the day, and having a clear picture what you want to achieve out of it. Back in the time, we would be we will have a plan that our marketing spends won't go much in the month of Jan to March, because we know people are having more exams during their exams, and it's no point of pushing out a lot of content. Whereas we'll multiply our content as soon as we know from the month of post March to April, people firstly will have their summer breaks, so our video content will increase, the frequency will increase, and we'll try to relate more to that, like you talked about relatability thing. But you need to know more about the target audience. And while we had, I mean, I'll say we were lucky enough that we had 70% women audience on board. Through them, we were also able to psyche and how the women audience is thinking. So that gave us a huge advantage back then, I'll say, which really pushed Pop Exo into what it is known for right now. Hope I justify your question.
Yes, yes. I got two pointers which I would like to. You gave a lot of insights or stories. I get that since we guys are growth marketers, we understand these complex structures. But let me just simplify in just one word to everyone that actually Parichay just mentioned one biggest thing. So when he talked about no man's land, what it actually tells you, it tells you that अभी 2 मिनट पहले मैंने एक चीज बताई थी, which is having your primary audience set. So by set, it means not in the mind. Take a note, take a notebook or take a rough book, और वहां पे आप लिखो कि ये मेरा प्राइमरी ऑडियंस है. एंड कुछ भी हो जाए, मुझे उसके बाहर किसी को भी एंट्री नहीं मारने देनी है. The way to create a community or the way to build a product is आपके first 100 users या आपके first 100 subscribers या first 100 followers कौन है. Once it is restricted and once it is built, it's very easy कि वो अपने lookalikes ढूंढ के आएंगे. The reason Popexo was doing no man's land, because see, it's very easy. If I'm a marketer, मैं एक user, what I can do is 70% women or let's say 30% men, एंड मेरा जॉब बहुत सिंपल है. मैं बहुत इजीली उसको क्रैक कर दूंगा, काफी सस्ते में मैं अक्वायर कर दूंगा. इट्स नॉट अ डिफिकल्ट जॉब. ऑल्सो इफ आई वांट टू फज नंबर्स, वो बहुत ईजी है. बट आपका जो विजन है कि मैं पॉपेक्सो बना रहा हूँ बिकॉज मुझे सो एंड सो मोनेटाइजेशन मॉडल बनाना है, मे बी मुझे बेचना है कुछ विच इज अराउंड वुमेन प्रोडक्ट्स, वो नहीं हो पाएगा बिकॉज 30% आर मेन. So you have to restrict those people. How you do that is up to you. But that's a great insight to be taken for anyone who is in this audience. चाहे आप कुछ भी कर रहे हो. Even if you have your own Instagram page. अगर आप मैं एक simple सा liner बोल रहा हूँ. Even if you have your own Instagram page, you're putting out photography pictures, which is great photography. The only people you should have as your followers are your friends, best friends, and photographers. No one else. Maximum to maximum photography enthusiast. No Tinder people, no Bumble people, no people who are just there जो अच्छा दिख रहा है or something, because they will not engage with your content. अगर आपका कंटेंट एंगेजमेंट ही नहीं है, फॉलोअर बना के क्या फायदा है. फोन नंबर ले लो, व्हाट्सएप पे बात कर लो. The point is, if you're doing something, just restrict it, and then you'll be able to build something valuable. So yeah, those were my words. Parichay, you can add.
One important thing to add on here, Sindhu, you somehow gave a reference of people who are also into personal brand building, or they are doing that matter. I think one thing very important you said is adding the right amount of people. So if I look at any platform, if I'm adding a audience who either they are not my target group, or they are not engaging at the end of the day. So it's called a dead audience. The algorithm of any channel like LinkedIn or Instagram that you are not pushing out a great content if people are not engaging to it. And it will not give you any kind of organic reach. If vis-a-vis, if there are people added in your network, I mean, don't remove your girlfriend and your best friend. But other than that, if you still have the right people added and you are pushing out a content, I'm sure it's going to do well for you. People who are added here, if they start thinking from that perspective that okay, I need to only add valuable people. They can be your juniors. I'm not saying if I'm a digital marketer, I don't have to add a person from a CSE. That guy is pretty much active on the platform. It's well. But other than that, there's no probability he's gonna engage with my content because it's not relatable at the end of the day. So that word relatable popping again and again in all of the conversation we are having, and I hope you guys can implement it. It's really great for any kind of work that you want to do on a personal level. targeting the right key.
Right, right, right. I think you just added quite valid points there.
Sindhu, I think it's almost 30 minutes plus into the webinar. How about taking a 5 minute break? I think everyone who have joined, we can take a 5 minute break, guys. Probably you guys can go around because I have something interesting in mind. How about we do a trivia round where we just ask a few of the questions from you when you guys are back in another 5 minutes? If you guys are interested for that,
Yes,
let's see how many of you are.
I think यस आई थिंक इंटरवल दे देते हैं 3 मिनट का ब्रेक दे देते हैं इंटरवल के लिए पानी वानी पी के आ जाओ इट्स गोना बी लॉन्ग सो वी वांट यू टू स्टे सो जस्ट हाइड्रेट योरसेल्फ तो पानी वानी लेके आ जाओ नोट्स वोट्स लेके आ जाओ we'll just wait till 7:44 sharp we'll start again at 7:44 just 3 minutes break
Perfect.
हम लोग भी पानी ही पी लेते हैं
Let me check out the chat section in the meantime. Don't you think we can leverage on that 30% men audience by advertising them women's product for their mother's sisters? A game
yeah
of
so
second connection, guys. I think Sindhu, you wanna answer this?
यू कैन गिव ओके सो ऐसा करते हैं जब तक लोग आ रहे हैं जितने भी लोग यहाँ पे हैं लेट्स जस्ट यू एंड मी हैव अ कैजुअल चैट ऑब्वियसली सी गाइस एक चीज बोल देता हूँ वी आर नॉट ज्ञानी गुरुज और समथिंग वीडियो मार्केटिंग देयर इज नो मार्केट लीडर इन वीडियो मार्केटिंग एंड ग्रोथ स्पेस कोई नहीं क्लेम कर सकता कि दिस वर्क्स हमारे लिए काम किया तो आपके लिए काम करेगा वैसा कुछ नहीं है everyone has their own perspective and everything so we might disagree in a lot of things but the point is insights कभी गलत नहीं है your way to get those insights could be different so I think Parishay why don't you share your perspective फिर मैं इसके ऊपर आऊंगा मेरे थोड़े अलग इसके ऊपर
Very well said. Okay. I think Sindhu, we can probably pick this Q&A section only. Let's just
okay
wait
let's move for
for
other
these guys
section
to return, and let's kickstart at 7:45 again, and then we get into. We can always pick some quite be perfect.
right cool so guys जो भी वापस आ जाएगा लिख लेना that we are back just write we are back so that we know guy you are back also नहीं तो सो गए हो गया we have no idea Okay, and even you पानी पीने के बाद दिमाग जरा चलता है. We have a lot of interesting questions that we are here. Okay, so looks like people are back. We'll just wait for 1 more minute and then we'll start.
Perfect.
People are back and they have a question, Parichay.
Just jumping back to comments.
Yeah, I'm just watching.
I'm back. What ideal strategy for a YouTuber in the comedy space to get maximum video distribution? Uh, so this is something again, which one liner, guys. I think if you will have specific questions, you'll have to give us some background also. So we can always talk this on a one-to-one level. You can no offense, but this is something which we will also would like to facilitate you, not just say a
Right,
one-liner ki ha aise kar lo, go on to Facebook. So
right.
it'll be better answered if thing for you after the call. You can always write us or we can interact.
Yeah, I think the best thing is, guys, let me just put it out that कुछ अगर insight level चीज है, like for an example, you guys want to know कि Facebook पे डालना है कंटेंट या इंस्टाग्राम पे डालना है, these are the questions that we can keep it here. If there is very personalized question कि मेरा मैं इस स्पेस में हूँ, मुझे ऐसा कुछ करना है, we are happy to get on a call, one to one call, and then we can pick it up and then we can see the possibilities and everything. Because मेरे लिए and for Parisha also, that's a good value add कि हम आपको time देके personalized answer देंगे versus giving a blanket answer. That's very easy to give. नहीं तो so Parisha, I think we can start. Guys, जितने भी आपके questions हैं हम बाद में pick up करेंगे. We'll just coming
I'm
back
just
to.
I'm just waiting for the people. A few comments on "We are back" will really help here.
Okay.
Please write that.
I actually saw people have already written 2 minutes ago. I'm back. I'm back.
Right. I think people are back. People are back. Great, great.
Great,
So
great.
I'll quickly jump. Right. So here's the deal, guys. We have a few you, and we would love to know if you know the answers or not. It's again related to the video distribution and marketing only. So let's just whoever has joined, which is the largest YouTuber with the maximum subscriptions. Okay. Now, anyone who knows the answer can we are waiting. I'm gonna repeat, YouTuber with the highest subscribers in the world we are talking. What do you think? Ghazal is also here. Ghazal, we would really appreciate an answer. What do you think?
I thought Ghazal wrote I'm the one. So here in that context looks like okay, I'm the one. No offense, Ghazal. Oh, someone would carry Menati in the world.
we are getting some,
Okay.
we are getting some. Are you sure, guys? This is as per the world, not just India. Are you sure? PewDiePie, T series otherwise. PewDiePie didn't care about the spell. Okay. I don't have a YouTube who
Some
does
9 year
reviews
old
for toys.
reviews for toys.
I think he's talking about Coco Melon or someone. Or is he more into rhyming?
I think it's talking about Cocomelon. I think it's Cocomelon. Saurabh, are you talking about Cocomelon?
Reply with a yes or no, Saurav. Okay, PewDiePie, we are getting from Nakul Bieber. Okay. Now this is also interesting. I think guys, I'll just directly tell it's again T series only with 139 million subscribers. It stands on the top. Then we have the PewDiePie, which is again just over 100, the 100 mark in terms of 100 million subscribers. Then of course some brands which you won't imagine include WWE for that matter, which has close to 60 million subscribers also.
Yeah, I had no
And of
idea about
course,
WWE being that
Coco
big.
Melon is someone which is in, and it's a very big player. So this is pretty interesting, guys. And in the number of total views, again, T series tops it. And there are some other Indian, just like if you look at Sub TV or Z, they have a total of close to 50 billion plus views on their videos. T series tops it with 7 billion plus views. Those are the numbers we are talking about. Of course, there are a lot of regional content also, but we won't go into that because every channel stands a different strategy. Now, second question talks about which is the highest disliked video in the world. Who wants to answer that? Guys, I'm repeating the question. While the first question is pretty clear, let's take the reverse route. Let's try to understand who can be, the most disliked, which is the most disliked video in the world.
And let me just
You'll
also
be
add,
really shocked of dislikes.
yes, let me just
Yeah.
help people out here because I think that I could be a good friend. It's not Amir Siddiqui's video, guys. So don't write. Okay, I started getting TikTok guys video. I knew some people will start talking about Siddiqui is not the most hated guy in the world, guys. It's so sad that Siddiqui is not the most disliked guy. You'll be surprised if no one has any idea. Okay,
Baby Justin Bieber. Yeah, he lies in the top 10, Nakul, but he's short for the most disliked video. Interesting.
Justin Bieber has always been disliked by a lot of people. I don't
Especially
know.
song Baby for that matter.
Yes, yes.
People disliking.
It was okay. I will not give any
He has
option.
a
People will start hating me as well. I will not give any of my views around baby.
All right, we have an interesting from Harshika, Punjabi. YouTube Rewind 2018. How many of you know about this? Great. Sindhu, you want to start on this reaction of people?
Yes, guys. I mean, people who answered YouTube Rewind 2018 to be specific are absolutely right. That is the most disliked video in the world. Now, you will be surprised that YouTube, in its own platform, how come they release out a video which has every creator or every top level creator in that video, and it is a rewind. It's kind of a year end review kind of a video, and it is most disliked. Like, why did that happen? I'll just tell you what was a phenomenon. What happened, and the biggest reason what happened here is casting, to be very honest. Now what happened in the casting is इन लोगों ने कुछ creators को लिया and they left out top creators, like they left out PewDiePie. Now what will happen, PewDiePie's fans will simply say that कि मेरे हम लोगों का क्या हुआ, we are also big, क्यों नहीं लिया. And when you do this to a lot of creators, इंडिया में सिर्फ एक क्रिएटर ने किसी एक का रिव्यू गिरा दिया. नाउ ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड प्यूडीपाई बीइंग द सेकंड बिगेस्ट सब्सक्राइबर. उस टाइम तो काफी मतलब वर्ल्ड का सबसे ज्यादा सब्सक्राइबर उसका था. वो क्या कर सकता है डिसलाइक्स के साथ. So there were a lot of creators, actually YouTube left them, and that's how they became the most disliked. Fun fact, 2019 and 2020 में in the review video, YouTube actually told everyone ki hey, we accept this fact that we're the most disliked video, and hence हम इसको सुधार रहे हैं. So they admitted it inside the video, and that's how they fixed the whole thing. So that's the basic add-on from my end towards this phenomenon or something.
Another thing to add here, call it them being lazy or they were just, just representing the hate which they got from the 17 million. The 2019 Rewind video, guys, was literally a Watch Mojo video. It was so simple. It was categorized into, okay, this category, these many players were there, and it was so got over the fact that we're not going to do it that way, and people are anyway disliking it. So it was a very funny incident. Another incident which I'm reminded of is while we were talking. So, with the whole T series war going on, they released a video, okay, which says "bitch lasagna." Now that got a lot of video views, but we are still not trending it. Now try to understand from a profanity context also, YouTube takes a check, and it will also give you weightage basis that while you're uploading a video, it will tell you that people under 14 years of age, can they also view that? So PewDiePie was also accused of adding profanity content, and that is one of the major reasons why a 10 million video or less than 10 million video also wasn't trending. So I mean, this is just a suggestion for a lot of YouTubers out there who want to stand out, but at the same time, I'll just ask them to keep the content clean at the end of the day. Because even if you want to go big, YouTube won't approve for that. So,
Right, right, right.
right. I think one major. I mean, my takeaway, Sindhu, from here will be how people answered. People are still answering about the YouTube channels, which were so big. One thing important to understand is what is the end goal of all the YouTubers? Is it about money? Is it about getting the views? So that brings us to the metric part. So there's a very usual term. I mean, that floats around in the internet for the audience. I mean, you are well aware of it. Hit metric for the audience. I mean, I'm just telling that it's more on the lines of what is that one metric which you need that video went viral or not. Is it views? Is it conversion rate? Is it the retention? So, I mean, that is one definition of hit we are talking about. Really like to know, Sindhu, what is that one metric? What is the hit metric for filter copy at the end of the day, as of 2020?
Okay, so okay, guys. So I guess Parichay's video is lagging. I got what he was trying to say. I'll take it up. So don't worry around it. It will come back. It's a basic Wi-Fi issue could be. Sorry for that. So basically, Parichay was simply asking that. Uh, okay. So basically, Parichay was asking me that everyone talks about कि हमें hit video चाहिए. The hit का definition scientific way में क्या है? Uh, I'll just talk about it. Let's say you put out a video, and let's say someone else put out a video. Someone with a 1 million subscriber base, उसके लिए hit का definition क्या है? Someone with 1,000 subscriber base, उसके लिए hit का definition क्या है? Now it is not that कि everyone can get 1 billion views. We all agree on that. I guess we all agree. If we do not agree, we should be agreeing to that. Uh, so for everyone has a different hit ka metric. Generally, for external facing people, like everyone in the whole community, चाहे आप व्यूअर हो चाहे आप जो हो, सबको लगता है कि व्यू इज द मेट्रिक दैट डिफाइंस समथिंग एज अ हिट. बट अगेन हियर इज अ ट्रिक पार्ट कि वो एक काफी दिमाग का एक गेम है. इट्स एन इल्यूजन. लाइक आपको 1 लाख व्यूज के पीछे भागना है या 1 मिलियन व्यूज के पीछे भागना है, ये कौन बताएगा? And then your greed could be on and on and on and on. How I define it is ये clear cut है. Let's say you have 1,000 subscribers. The moment you put out a video, उसका 50% तक ही YouTube भेजेगा. Which means 500 people will only get your content. उसके बाहर जाने के लिए YouTube needs to suggest to other people, or YouTube need to recommend to other people. To make that happen, जितने भी 500 लोगों तक YouTube ने भेजा वो content, those people need to like and comment your video. Now what is happening here? Try to understand. You have your own community. उसका 50% अगर engage कर रहा है, it will result in higher engagement rate. If YouTube sees that your content is getting higher engagement rate, उसको लगेगा क्या कि this content is engaging, is relevant for this people. Hence, let me try to show it to more people and see if they are engaging or not. It will do a small test. If it sees कि अच्छा दूसरे लोगों को दिखाया who are not your subscribers but they react to it or they engage with it, then it will show to again more users. This phenomenon, this algorithm behavior phenomenon is exactly the same on TikTok, on Instagram, on YouTube, on Facebook, any channel. This basic structure is the same. On a very layman language, for every metric that you choose, it needs to be twofold, is how I see. So I personally look at views for sure, but I also check two different things. One is the watch time on YouTube and the audience retention. Now watch time is not there on Facebook and on Instagram, but I do check retention for everyone. इसका मतलब क्या है? You may have 3 million views, but your audience retention is, let's say, 30 seconds. 5 मिनट का वीडियो है, 30 seconds is the average audience retention, which means it's a shitty video. People are not watching it. Then which means also कि there is a high chance वो 3 million video views आपको पैसे दे के आए हुए हैं. आपने ads चलाया, आपके पास आ गए. So आप organic कुछ build नहीं कर रहे हो. So in a long term, it will affect your channel. It could be anywhere. It could be Facebook and Instagram. Also, just would like to add another thing. be sure every platform has their own metric to calculate views. On Facebook it is 3 सेकंड 3 सेकंड तक आप देख लो एक व्यू काउंट हो गया. On YouTube it is different. It is somewhere around 15 seconds to a 30 seconds. उसके बीच में कुछ है मुझे ठीक से भी याद नहीं है. On Instagram it's different. 10 seconds to a 15 seconds. Again, not exactly sure, but I'm pretty sure it's very 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 different. And the point I'm trying to make कि अगर आपको 3 सेकंड के व्यूज आए हुए हैं 3 मिलियन ऑन फेसबुक वर्सेस 3 मिलियन ऑन यूट्यूब, दोनों का मतलब ही अलग है. मतलब ये है कि इट वाज इजियर फॉर फेसबुक टू गेट दोस views and it was difficult for YouTube to get those views because it's 10 seconds. So it's very customized for every people. But the two metric that you should look at is views and audience retention. That's it for anyone who is starting out new. That's just my take on it, Parichay.
I think great insight, Sindhu. I'll just share my point of view. So I'll just keep it quick. For PopXO, at least, the metric other than views has always been the play rate, which is the video views per per profile, say on YouTube. So that is again a very important metric for us. That people have kind of viewed the video, but they did some action or not. Really gets me to the second question that in terms of talking about how the brand, how a brand through a video campaign actually creates awareness. So let's talk about that.
Okay, looks like Parichay just got cut. Guys, can you see Parichay? If no, then I'll try to fill in. Just let me know in the comments if you can still see Parichay.
Hey guys, completely lost it.
Okay,
I,
okay,
I'm
he's back. He's back.
just talk for next question that how are different brands utilizing video for conversion, because let's not get into the fancy stuff of okay and more of a self happiness that we got these many likes, we got these many views. Like Sindhu talked about, that is something which can be achieved by a paid media also. If you want to look at any brand and you see okay, uh, 1 lakh views on it, probably just see who people have liked it, or who people have kind of done some activity, and you'll be able to yourself determine that's not the TG of the brand. What I'm trying to say is whenever you're doing a video campaign, how important it is to kind of convert and get that revenue part also up. So for at least for us, for PopXO, we are very specific about adding a call to action at the end of the day. So if I have to talk about a flow, so it'll start with the hook. The thumbnail needs to be very specific so that user are firstly clicking. Even if you have got a great content, it's just saying in the marketing that even if you're writing great content, I mean, 20% is content and 80% is the marketing, because you need to show the value. So your thumbnail needs to be very friendly and relatable so that people are clicking on it. That's the hook. The first 15 seconds plus needs to be the hook. Then needs to be the content, and there needs to be a call to action every video. It should be around learn more. It should be around buy some stuff now. That is the specific thing that we do and really helps us. Because if it simple, Sindhu, as you understand, once you are driving user on your website or somewhere, but if you're letting him leave, I think that's the biggest leakage. So people need to understand it from a funnel perspective, that you've got user on the video, they're watching it, what action do you want them to take? So that is how people need to think. Great to hear your opinion too, Sindhu. Here.
Yes, yes. So as I talked about it earlier, and I see that someone has already Gazan has already commented saying that a lot of people are doing a balance between content and distribution, but apparently a lot of people are talking about content. I won't be giving my views and opinions on it. That's why we started this video marketing project. But let me try to solve the distribution perspective by answering. Parish's question is actually what he actually said is the funnel strategy. आप जो वीडियो बना रहे हो वो वीडियो अगर सिर्फ देखने के लिए बना रहे हो, like for an example your end goal is just to get views, that's a different topic altogether. But if you want to monetize that video, then you need to have a funnel strategy, which is your video acts as awareness only. That's it. Video कुछ और नहीं करता है, वो अवेयर करता है. So you as a content marketer or you as a marketer needs to need to focus कि वो वीडियो कैसे अट्रैक्ट करेगा वाया थंबनेल, so you get more clicks. Once you get more clicks, how to retain those people till the end. So you got a loyal customer who is watching your video, and once जितने लास्ट तक रह गए, and then how do you convince them कि वो एक एक्शन ले. That action could be learn more, क्लिक करो एक लैंडिंग पेज पे गए, और क्लिक करो आपके शॉपिफाई के अकाउंट पे गए if you want to sell something. But ऐसा नहीं होता है कि यू पुट आउट अ वीडियो और कॉल टू एक्शन एंड में डाल दिया एंड देन पीपल जस्ट क्लिक एंड गो. नो, माय व्यू इज द फन स्ट्रेटेजी लुक्स लाइक दिस. आपका सपोज वीडियो है, वीडियो के बीच में हुकिंग पॉइंट्स होने बहुत जरूरी है. दैट्स हाउ पीपल विल गो थ्रू एन इमोशन. दैट्स हाउ यू रिटेन पीपल एंड देन यू कन्वर्ट देम. अगर बीच का हुकिंग पॉइंट इज गायब एंड इफ यू फील कि कंटेंट डाल दिया और एंड में बटन डाल दिया और वहां से आएगा, दैट नेवर हैपेंस. अगर बटन पे कोई क्लिक भी किया वहां से बहुत लोग ड्रॉप ऑफ कर जाएंगे. सो द पॉइंट इज यू हैव टू स्ट्रेटेजाइज इन अ वेरी 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 इफेक्टिव एंड अ वेरी टैक्टिकल वे कि आपको उसको कैसे सॉल्व करना है. एंड दैट्स हाउ इट विल कन्वर्ट. सिर्फ ऐसे डाल देने से कोई कन्वर्ट नहीं होता है, ट्रस्ट मी. व्यूज आ जाते हैं, कन्वर्ट नहीं होता है.
Just an extension here, while you talked about being tactical, so can you explain it in the form of channels also?
Okay.
Because being tactical, it's really right channels which are helping you out. I think it'll be different for filter copy and different for PopXO for
Right,
that matter,
right,
and for any other company
right,
who's
right.
into video or who's into any kind of content. So if you can talk.
Sure. So I'll give three examples of our own channels. One is Gobble. Gobble is a lifestyle channel. One is Dice Media. Dice Media produces long form content or long form web series, and Filter Copy is short form. Let's try to understand this. So when you talk about lifestyle, everyone knows that Pinterest and Instagram is the biggest area in that section. Once you talk about short form, as in 30-second memes, 1 minute videos, 4 minute videos. For 4 minute videos, YouTube is the space. For short form videos like 30 seconds to a 1 minute, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok is the space. So the first thing is length. You should choose the platform according to your length. Or think कि मैं ये length ऐसा बना सकता हूँ, hence I will choose this platform. जो भी approach लोगे वो सही है. That is one. Second is what is your perspective? Meme marketing is a big thing. Everyone knows memes travel faster. बट अगर आप मीम लेकर अगर लिंक्डइन पे डाल दोगे, बहुत लोगों ने भी किया हुआ है, इट वोंट वर्क. लिंक्डइन पे वेबिनार डालोगे, लेट्स से शॉर्ट फॉर्म एजुकेशन वीडियोस में ही वर्क. मीम्स उठा के यूट्यूब पे डालोगे, चाहे जितना भी सॉलिड मीम हो, नहीं चलेगा. सेम 1 minute टिकटॉक वीडियो उठा के यूट्यूब पे डाल दो, नहीं चलेगा, बिकॉज टिकटॉक इज अ लॉन्ग फॉर्म प्लेटफॉर्म. सो वन थिंग आई वुड लाइक टू स्पेसिफाई, हम लोगों को सबसे इजी क्या लगता है पता है? मेक वन कंटेंट, कॉपी पेस्ट मारो, अपलोड करो. There are websites. I still remember back in those days, हम लोगों को ट्रेन किया गया था, not exactly हम लोगों को पढ़ाया गया था. Every social media marketer uses Buffer, Hootsuite, and all these tools. What they simply do is upload a file, one file, and click कि कहाँ पे share होगा, and just upload it. ये बहुत गलत तरीका है, because 4 मिनट का वीडियो जैसा आपने ट्रीट किया हुआ है इंस्टाग्राम के लिए, बिकॉज वो IGTV है, इज नॉट एग्जैक्टली हाउ दैट वीडियो परफॉर्म्स ऑन फेसबुक. वो वैसे परफॉर्म ही नहीं करेगा. फेसबुक में शेयर का बटन है. फेसबुक का वायरलिटी फैक्टर डिपेंड्स ऑन शेयर्स. यूट्यूब नॉट रियली शेयर का ऑप्शन है. यूट्यूब इज मोस्टली अराउंड रिटेंशन, कमेंटिंग एंड एवरीथिंग. सिंस प्लेटफॉर्म के प्रोडक्ट के फीचर्स ही अलग अलग हैं, आपके वीडियोस को अलग अलग होना ही पड़ेगा. यू पिक एनी फिल्टर कॉपी वीडियो, या फेसबुक पे हम जो डालते हैं उसका ट्रीटमेंट जो होता है, उसका एडिटिंग जो होता है, इज वेरी डिफरेंट दैन फेसबुक. डाइस मीडिया अपलोड फुल वेब सीरीज ऑन यूट्यूब, बट वो सेम वेब सीरीज हम नहीं डालते हैं इंस्टाग्राम पे. वो सेम वेब सीरीज हम डालते हैं फेसबुक पे. फेसबुक के ऊपर बार आता है. which is in a very relatable bar format. वो सेम बार में नहीं चिपका था यूट्यूब पे. So the only point I was trying to make is one, length wise आपको प्लेटफॉर्म चूज करना है. सेकंड, वो प्लेटफॉर्म के फीचर एंड बिहेवियर वाइज आपको चूज करना है. टिकटॉक पे मैं वेब सीरीज अपलोड नहीं करूंगा, राइट. 1 मिनट वीडियो कट करके मैं टिकटॉक पे अपलोड नहीं करूंगा. आई हैव टू क्रिएट अकॉर्डिंग टू द प्लेटफॉर्म एंड अकॉर्डिंग टू द बिहेवियर. सो दोज आर जस्ट माई इनसाइट्स अकॉर्डिंग टू दिस. अगर आप कर रहे हो ना वो जो शेयरिंग वाला चीज की सेम कंटेंट अपलोड कर रहे हो, यू कैन नेवर हिट at any point. You may be lucky, but आप hit नहीं कर पाओगे. So that's just my views on this. But Parishay, I think,
I think
do you want to add anything to this? Which are your views around how do you pick a platform or
so
something?
so Sindhu, I think you've explained it pretty well. Just two, three quick things that I'll like to talk about. Again, need to understand the platform really well. अगर Instagram है तो उस पे the only way you're gonna get visibility is by जो feed वाला है. There's no option of sharing there. ठीक है, these are the things that one need to understand. अगर मैं LinkedIn पे एक YouTube का लिंक डालूंगा वीजा भी I'm uploading a video directly on LinkedIn, so LinkedIn will give me more mileage. That is how the algorithm is work. I'm not redirecting it to another website. So छोटा छोटा चीजें हैं that you need to understand first and then devise your strategy. अगर मुझे Instagram पे समझ share button or anything, the only thing I can play off is playing with the right hashtags. If I'm picking a very popular hashtag in the starting, तो उसमें feed में आना मेरे लिए, I'll start off with picking a okay popularity hashtag probably जिसपे मैं trend कर सकूं, and then I scale it up. Facebook के लिए different strategy होगा. So I to understand the platform really well, and then you need to get into the marketing nuances of that. As simple as that. What I
Right,
wanted to add, I think that
right,
sums
right,
it up.
right, right.
Right. So we've had a great understanding about the different video marketing and distribution channels, as well as the some of the strategies. Sindhu, would you like to take some of the questions about the people who actually wrote in the form, and they've asked us some very interesting questions. I've just filtered it out, and do you want to start with that? We can answer those people probably. We'll just pick 4 or 5 of them, and then we can answer to them. I think it'll be really of huge value to the audience also who is with us, because we captured the questions, and those are, I think, going to be value additions. So I think we can start with that.
Yes, yes, absolutely. Let's just first pick up whatever the questions that audience sent
So
us,
officially, we are
जो भी पहले जो था, and then we'll quickly move towards जो भी आज हमें पूछा गया है.
correct. Just for the information of audience, we're moving to the Q&A, guys. Picking 5 to 6 questions of people who already wrote it in the form, and then we'll get down to your questions also. So stay with us, and I'm sure this session, the Q&A, the questions that people actually have, that will give you a lot of insights. So let's quickly jump on to the questions. So first question, which I can see from Smith, he's working with Raymond, asks role of a growth marketer, and how does he or she achieves it. So let me answer the same here. So Smith, what is, as a growth marketer, you need to understand the difference between a digital marketer and a growth marketer also. So for a objective can also be awareness, whereas for a growth marketer, the metric, the north star, it's always growth. So if I'm gonna get by spending 2 lakh rupees and that's it, so as a growth guy, I'm never gonna do it. But it can also be a requirement of a brand, and brand managers might be interested in it. But as a growth guy, focus on a metric, which is the revenue, which is the ROI, and the growth of a company. So that is how you need to think, okay? And actually understand more about growth marketing. I hope I was able to answer. Second question, question is by Abhishek Patil from Cred. He asks towards scaling videos for first 1 lakh subscribers. I think Sindhu, would you like to answer? I mean, I think you'll be
Yeah.
the best person to do that.
I'll So, okay, this is my favorite question, by the way. This is my favorite topic always, since I try to spend a lot of time not learning about growth tools, but learning about human sentiments and how people behave on digital platforms. Uh, this is what everyone wants. मैं नया चैनल start कर रहा हूँ. पहले 1,000 subscribers कहाँ कहाँ से आएंगे? Let me just burst a myth. What we should not do. Never go to a YouTube never open the YouTube and type how to get my first 1,000. The moment you type how to get my first 1,000, what do you say, subscribers or anything, वहाँ पे बहुत random blanket level suggestions आते हैं. I'll tell you what are these random blanket suggestions. Put out your video and share it on Facebook. यार ये सबको पता है. This is not an insight or something to be shared. Put out a video, run ads. Put out a video, focus on SEO. यार ये सबको पता है, ठीक है. So that is not much of a value add. Let me just focus what you should do. I have already mentioned this. Write your primary audience कौन है in a paper. That is the first thing that you should do. Write your secondary audience in a paper. That is the second thing that you need to do. The third thing is write what is the audience that you never intend to have. Once these things are clear and there is a table inside your notebook or on your sheet, लिखो वहां पे कि वो प्राइमरी ऑडियंस मुझे कहाँ मिलेगा, कैसे लाना है बात की बात है, कहाँ मिलेगा. लाइक फॉर एन एग्जांपल, लेट्स से आई एम स्टार्टिंग अ फूड चैनल and I will post, let's say, quick 2 minute food के videos. Now the second thing I want to understand कि मेरा audience कौन है. Are these housewives जो ये देखेंगे, और are these bachelors जो देखेंगे. Once I have done it, then I will try to find कि ये लोग मुझे कहाँ मिलेंगे. Then I will try to think, okay, housewives मुझे Facebook पे मिलेंगे. Okay, Facebook पे कौन से ग्रुप से मिलेंगे, या Facebook पे वो क्या करते हैं, कहाँ से मुझे मिल सकते हैं. If they use Instagram, then वो Instagram किस चीज़ के लिए यूज करते हैं. Once I have that understanding in my mind, again, your product, if you are a product guy, you already understand that how to acquire these users for a product. Your own channel is nothing more than a product, it's a product as well. So the acquisition plays big role. What generally that we do is there are few tricks. One is either you can go the paid marketing way, which is target to that refined user. चाहे आपका सीपीवी हाई हो, आपको हाई सीपीवी चाहिए, आपको कम पैसे में सस्ते यूजर्स नहीं एक्वायर करने, आपको सॉलिड यूजर्स एक्वायर करने हैं. सो गो वाया दैट रूट, और ट्राई टू कोलैबोरेट विथ अनदर चैनल जिसके पास ऑलरेडी वो यूजर है. तो उसके पहले आपको उस चैनल की ऑडियंस इंसाइट जाननी बहुत जरूरी है, दैट उसके पास किस टाइप के यूजर्स हैं. सो आइदर कोलैबोरेट विद देम. इफ यू कैन नॉट कोलैबोरेट विद देम, आपके पास कम पैसे हैं, तो ट्राई टू आस्क फॉर मे बी अ स्वाइप अप स्टोरी, और मे बी एक सिंपली पूछ लो, एक स्वाइप अप मेरे पोस्ट से दे दो, कितना कॉस्ट आप लोगे, 2,000 3,000, जस्ट गिव इट टू देम. These are basic ways which will add on to your growth. अगर आप सिर्फ वीडियो डालने से डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन नहीं होता है. लेट अस बी वेरी क्लियर. व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन इज समथिंग जिसके ऊपर काम किया जाता है. डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन इज नॉट इक्वल टू स्पैमिंग ऑल्सो, कि कंटेंट बना दिया और वही कंटेंट का कॉपी लिंक मार मार के मैसेजर पे भेजते रहे. इट इज स्पैमिंग. देयर इज अ डिफरेंस बिटवीन दैट एंड ये. So having said that, if I assume you are doing the SEO right on videos on Instagram, sorry, on YouTube, you are doing the right sentiment analysis कि मुझे किस emotion को hit करना है, how to create shareability videos. If you are optimizing your videos for shares, then आपका cost of return or the user acquisition का cost or and the ROI long term में, whenever you do a collaboration or run paid ads, will be very high. Trust me. If you do not do this, आपका content चाहे जितना भी highly produced हो जाए, but if it is not shareable, by the way, every good looking content is not a shareable content. So अगर आप सस्ता content भी shareable content हो सकता है. Filter copy का content is not some high budget video made. MI के phone में बनाते हैं हम maximum Instagram videos. So the point I'm trying to make is अगर आप emotion crack करोगे and then you do a lot of collaborations, you can crack that. So that's just my perspective on that.
Great. Sindhu, would you also like to add something? some of the SEO. Nayan from Luxury Closet, also was interested to know that the role of SEO in a video content creation. Now, if you go to a more terms of content creation, when you're creating a content, how is SEO important? On what level you
Okay.
need to introduce it?
Got it, got it, got it. So, yeah, I actually look at in two perspectives. One is at the creation level, one is at the distribution level. Now, creation level का थोड़ा बता देता हूँ. Again, as I already mentioned that आप content बना रहे हो दूसरे लोगों के लिए, आप खुद के लिए नहीं बना रहे हो. So before even creating the content, पहले वो topic का data analysis करो कि enough लोग हैं जो वो content ढूंढ रहे हैं. What are other players doing under that content? So if I assume कि आपने ये सब analysis किया हुआ है, देन आप कीवर्ड्स चूज करो. लाइक मेरा वीडियो टाइटल कौन से कीवर्ड्स रखेगा. देयर कम्स योर एसईओ एनालिसिस इनटू प्लेस. अगर आपने थोड़ा बहुत भी अंडरस्टैंड किया होगा हाउ टू यूज अ गूगल एसईओ, हाउ टू राइट ब्लॉग्स, इज द सेम थिंग. You do keyword analysis. There are different tools like keywords tools.io. Google Trends से भी आपको थोड़ा बहुत अंडरस्टैंडिंग मिल जाएगा and all. vidIQ is another great tool. TubeBuddy is another great tool. I hope that everyone is just noting these tools. If you're not, it's fine. You can just Google it. Now, if you do that, the major thing I would just like to focus on YouTube. Titles get picked up at a very higher rate by YouTube. टैग्स जो होते हैं मेटा टैग्स वो बहुत कम पिकअप होते हैं, उसकी उतनी ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंस नहीं है. टाइटल देन डिस्क्रिप्शन देन मेटा टैग्स. मेक श्योर डिस्क्रिप्शन इज हैविंग दोज कीवर्ड्स जो यूट्यूब को सिग्नल दे दैट ओके योर वीडियो इज अराउंड दिस. मेक श्योर योर वीडियो टाइटल इज वेरी वेल ऑप्टिमाइज्ड अराउंड दोज कीवर्ड्स एंड उस कीवर्ड का एनफ डिमांड विच इज वी कॉल इट सर्च वॉल्यूम एनफ है यूट्यूब पे. इफ इट इज देयर तो ये सब बेसिक एसईओ आप कर सकते हो. these are not some hot shot things on Google. YouTube एसईओ काफी बेसिक है. अगर आपको हल्की फुल्की अंडरस्टैंडिंग है गूगल एसईओ के अराउंड में, YouTube आप आराम से क्रैक कर सकते हो ऑन द एसईओ फ्रंट.
Great, Sindhu. I think talk about the whole SEO space also, how these topics are interlinked and not like they don't work in silos. Before even creating a content, you need to get into the search terms and that if 10 people are doing it, what are my chances to kind of stand out? Or if there are a nicher publishers in that, so how to kind of tap it. Great
Right, absolutely.
understanding. Thanks for that. I'll jump to the next question. It's from Sneha from Zoho. So, is it essential to produce only high quality videos when you want to market your brands, which is still successful? Sneha, I think Sindhu already talked about one pointer, which is pretty clear, that you don't necessarily need to have high budgets to make videos. Okay, like he's talking about the content at the end of the day. But I'll just share the other perspective also, that there's a study which shows 80% of the people consume Facebook videos with nobody seeing the video and they're not even, turning on the sound. So that shows, so the only way to communicate with the audience is by the video or something like that you are using. How captivating is that? So I think people can always think about smart tactics and more hooks in the videos. If the video is on mute, people are still able to consume your content and they are able to take some action. So you need to include content in the video, not just say it. There needs to be different with specific significance on frames which are important for you, which will help you take the call to action. So people need to understand. That is my takeaway. Sindhu, you have anything to add on here?
No, I think I mean, gave the right pointers. I think there is nothing else to add. I mean, it's pretty evident that everyone understands कि when we are making for social media space and not for films and OTT space, basic level production quality पे, but hitting the right emotions is the better way, and not focusing a lot of time on buying too many gadgets and everything and cracking it.
Great. So Sindhu, next question is from Akansha from ShopX, and she's interested to know how to decide the best suited language when apps that does have the ability to sort languages? Now, this is a very interesting question, so I'll
Right.
just repeat
Right.
it for the audience. How to decide on the best suited language for an app does not have the ability to sort languages?
Yeah, so this has been since a long time. This debate has been since a long time. I have attended a lot of marketing conclaves and वहाँ पे भी ये सब होते हैं that you are running ads in Devanagari script and your product is in English. The context is यार आप लोग खुद बताओ that do you feel anyone who reads Devanagari and has no understanding with the Roman script वो translate कहाँ करेगा? Your app needs to give that space as well. Uh, I just checked yesterday Arogya Setu app and I was just checking what are the languages that they are doing. The greatest example of the app which actually cracked this thing is Ludo. The greatest success of Ludo, I was checking Google's marketing conclave a few days back, and they shared this phenomenon. Ludo इतना बड़ा इसीलिए हुआ because they are multilingual, while a lot of Indian games are not multilingual. It's just English. It's a big pain in the ass to do a multi-level product integration, but make sure whenever you are doing an acquisition via ads by running any other script, it could be Devanagari or it could be Tamil or it could be anything else. If your app is not supporting that, there will be a drop off. So that's pretty much evident about it. So I would rather not do if my app is not supporting. Answering your question.
Great, Sindhu. So I think that people submitted in the form. Let's quickly pick some questions from the chat. Okay.
Yeah, sure. So
So
I'm just running a quick swipe.
let's pick question. So I've picked one question. It's from Harshika.
Great.
I think it's visible to everyone. Do you think just stick to one platform to create content or take advantage of all the platforms? I think we've pretty much answered this question, Harshika.
Yeah.
So you'll already have your answer. If you want to know more details, of course, you can reach out to us one to one. Jumping to the
Right.
next question. It's from Webov. Can you explain community building via general, maybe retro music? Which platform can be used? Do you? Yes.
Love this question. Okay. Let me just quickly pick it
So
up.
so I
Uh,
think we both can share.
yes. Let me
Sindhu,
just.
you want to start?
Yes, I
I'll just
am
start.
super pumped to start this if anyone asks me about music questions since I was into that space. Yeah, so what I have timely seen that when you are building a community, let's be very clear, there is no community called as a music lover. बहुत time तक if anyone in 2020 is still feeling that मैं music lover का community बनाऊंगा, it's he's just living in a bubble or she's just living in a bubble. Music के सब genres होते हैं as in I don't think retro is a genre. I still don't know. I'm not the right person to answer, but I don't think retro is a genre. Let me just rephrase the question. मान लो कि blues is a genre. Now you can create a community around blues. We have seen a lot of interesting examples in Mumbai. There are a lot of communities जहाँ पे सिर्फ blues music play होते हैं and they attract only blues people. वो उन्हीं को market करते हैं, उन्हीं को बेचते हैं. They earn enough money around that. Now what happens is once you have acquired 10 to 12, let's say blues lovers, they are the ones जो फिर बात करते हैं अपने और lookalikes who are again blues lovers and get those audience. Now, when you talk about community building, one is you have to first acquire very solid primary audience. उनको ब्रेन वॉश इतना करो कि वो खुद लेके आए दूसरा ऑडियंस क्योंकि आप खुद नहीं ला सकते आपका मेन काम है सोल्जर्स क्रिएट करना सो आई कॉल इट सोल्जर्स 1000 के ऑडियंस में से 10 सुपर फैंस निकलेंगे डिवाइन के हु आर द सोल्जर्स जो उसके वीडियो को वायरल करते हैं जो उसके ऑडियो को वायरल करते हैं सो योर जॉब इज टू गेट दोज 1000 पीपल फॉर द फर्स्ट एंड 10 लोगों को कन्वर्ट कैसे करो कि वो आपका ब्रांड वॉइस बने दैट इज वन टू बिल्ड अ कम्युनिटी सेकेंड थिंग इज प्लेटफॉर्म three things when you're building a community you need to make sure कि कौन सा platform actually supports on a feature level जहाँ पे two-way communication हो सकता है so for an example ask yourself is Insta the platform जहाँ पे two-way communication हो सकता है if you feel Insta stories Insta post पे मैं content डालूंगा और comments पे is the way to have a two-way communication? Maybe. If I'm building a digital marketer community, people prefer WhatsApp. Why? Because it is a two-way communication model. Slack is another two-way communication model to build communities. Facebook is not a community model. Facebook groups is a community model. So just ask yourself the question कि ये लोग कहाँ पे मिलेंगे? If you see that these people already are on Facebook group, there is enough validation कि वहाँ पे आप बना सकते हो. If there is not, then look at for other channels. So that's just my take on this.
Great insight, I think, Sindhu. Just to add on here, I think whenever you get into, like you're talking about, say, retro music, I think the music isn't going anywhere. I mean, over the time also, people in 2000, a store manager will say that people will come and buy CDs from me because they love music. So the later half of it stayed, but the first half completely transformed. So people are moving down to channels, but I still see a lot of niche audiences. Okay, like you specifically talk about retro audience, retro music audience. So look around on platforms like Facebook, and where there are already groups created around them. Then you need to kind of firstly set your age group also. So I mean, you need to set your geography. Okay, if I'm promoting it in India, जो 30 plus वाला है या 40 plus वाला है, वही retro को समझेगा. The Gen Zs and millennials won't understand or resonate with it, especially मेरी ऐप या वेबसाइट पे आए. So my target audience is say 40 plus या 35 plus. So you need to be very specific with them. Make it relatable in every communication, in form of the retro creatives use कर रहे हो and targeting them that way that you're trying to, I mean, in the clutter of online revolution happening, you're trying to bring the retro feel back. So everything, your communication, your creative everything should be on that lines. And if you are able to do that, I think you will get your fan base if you are consistent enough. That is
Right.
how I see it. Right. So we'll pick Sindhu. It's okay. So it says which platform would be the best to market a YouTube channel? Will promotion and ads help? Should individual Google ads or Facebook and Insta? Do you want to talk something about the paid ads? I have a lot to talk.
It's a different chapter altogether, but I will try to keep it precise. I think I'm getting what
Right.
Garsha actually wants to ask the right question. I will be very binary about it. Don't do Facebook ads, Instagram ads. Don't do at all. If your video is on YouTube, do it on YouTube. Let me just tell you the reason. It's very easy to acquire, and it will cost you less to acquire people who are on YouTube, and then वहीं पे आपको ऐड दिखा के क्लिक करके एक दूसरा सा विंडो पे ट्रांसफर करना है which is inside the app. The moment you do Facebook, it will, the moment you click, if anyone clicks on that button na, it clicks a web browser. It will not open the YouTube thing for you. That is one. Second thing, platform to platform conversion will cost you higher every time. चाहे वो प्लेटफॉर्म जितना भी क्यों ना हो जाए. मे बी आप टिकटॉक एड्स चलाओगे, आपको दिखेगा CPC ₹2, बट वो कभी कैलकुलेट करना कि आउट ऑफ ऑल दोज ट्रैफिक यू गॉट फ्रॉम टिकटॉक, what is the retention level, and out of all those traffic you got from Google ads, take the retention level, you will see a big drop. तो आपको views तो मिल रहे हैं, but these are not relevant audience. So my single answer is YouTube का वीडियो है, Google पे करो. Google यार बहुत बड़ा है, कोई कुछ नहीं चाहिए, Facebook पे क्यों करना है. इफ यू वांट टू क्रिएट अवेयरनेस, बहुत बड़ा बजट है आपके पास, मूवीज प्रमोशन कर रहे हो, वेब सीरीज प्रमोशन कर रहे हो, देन करो हर जगह. इफ छोटा मोटा चीज है, 2000 का बजट है, 5000 का बजट है, जस्ट पुट इट ऑन वन चैनल. दैट्स जस्ट माय फीडबैक. But what are your thoughts?
I memean, just to add on here, if you have a small budget, honestly, don't get into the process, because once you do this, you're just gonna have to say put in more budgets and be consistent. That is what we are trying to focus on. You focus a platform, nail that platform is what I'm saying. You don't want to get into some, okay, I'll experiment, but I'm not really sure. Go with a very straightforward strategy while you are getting into any channel. say YouTube for that matter, and you don't want to redirect user to any other website him, you use all the call to actions there itself. You don't want to build your audience via Google ads or Facebook ads, and at the end of the day you're promoting. So don't do that. Focus on YouTube. If you have low budgets, focus on the SEO search terms, and use tools which can help you let know which are the trending relatable content. Also, just to let know young YouTubers and people who have just got into the business, I think video virality, if you're trying to somewhere make it, it's not that important also to have a subscriber base and also a huge following. Okay, so if I'm starting one video, I use the right hashtag, have the most relatable content out of the other 10 videos, I can still go viral. So, I mean, for someone who's starting, again, focus on the content that is the recipe which is called, getting viral, and there's no hack to it. So work on that, and of course, every other things will follow.
Cool,
Sindhu,
Parisha.
were you able to? I mean,
I think we
was I
can
audible? Ask it again because
just take one more last question. You can just pick it up, and everyone else who is on this chat till
okay,
now, and your question was not answered, you can just go to LinkedIn anytime. You can just put a post out, tagging us and asking the question. If you are just asking the question as a copy paste, we will not answer. थोड़ी बहुत मेहनत कर लो. कॉपी राइटिंग, वी आर बिग फैंस ऑफ कॉपी राइटिंग, तो थोड़ा स्टोरी बना के कुछ अगर क्वेश्चन अगर डालते हो, we will be more than happy to answer. थोड़ा हमें भी फील आएगा कि ओके आपने थोड़ी मेहनत की है. That's it. So if your questions are not answered, so don't worry, we will answer it on a different platform. And Parisha, you can just pick up the last question.
I think the question. Yes, I'm just picking that. So it's a question from Siddharth. Of course, we were just asking the follow-up question, to rather get into a new question. Can a single channel page post content niches? That is, it doesn't have to be defined. Niche related community.
Uh,
I mean, about the community, and that is what we talked about, Siddharth. That while you wanna promote your niche on different platforms, I mean, the product you are into, it depends on the kind of audience that you have. Once you have figured out that, then this is like the third, fourth question. If you have a target audience clear and your objectives clear, 6 months down the line, I want to start monetizing business out of them, and I'll try to make 20 people who will be my advocate. That is a different matter altogether. So the goal is, if you're just gonna push out content, do social media without a goal-oriented approach, I don't think so. You'll be able to build that kind of a community. And for community, I'm sure you'll have to keeping the group always engaged. Who are getting that recall factor for the audience at the end of the day. Because I mean, you alone cannot just do that all the time. Pick your advocates who would freely like to promote your brand, and ask them to drive the community. Of course, a lot of initiatives which are a campus ambassador programs will help you do that. For that matter, we have seen campaigns by Uber, campaigns by Red Bull, which have been driving such great content when it comes to brand making people brand advocates. So that's one route you can take. That is my opinion on that. I mean, Sindhu, anything to add here, or we can just
No,
wind up because we
I think
already.
you shared actually the right information. So that I would just like to add one thing. YouTube may you have to go the P&G, Procter and Gamble way, which is create multiple brands and every brand has to stand out from their own. Take the example of Beer Biceps. Let's say he has different channel for different aura and personality. He's the same guy. Another example I can give you, technical guruji has a review channel different, a vlogging channel different. So the point here is creating niche different. You could be the same guy, but the content needs to be catered differently, the branding needs to be catered differently. So that's the only one liner answer that I can give you right now.
Great, Sindhu. I think we'll wind it up here now. We are already sitting at 8:40,
Yes, I
and we have
think
answers for all the other people who are really interested to firstly write a crisp question, and then they want their answers. We'll really appreciate them, with a crisp question. They can probably reach us out over LinkedIn. They can tag us, and we'll get back to you. No problem on that. But overall, guys, it's been a great interaction. I really feel people, even after getting low audience, people are still ready to engage, and they are replying after with their replies, which was the YouTuber. So I think this topic is here to stay, guys. I think we are one of the few people who have just started to throw some light on this topic, and this is something which is untapped right now. Do I mean, these are just our insights which we have from the industry. Of course, we are also learning. Like Sindhu said, we are no gurus in this, but it's a really interesting distribution is something right now, and it can help you grow from a brand perspective as well as on a personal branding level too. So it's a win-win thing if you kind of acquire and learn some of the basic metrics as a beginner, even if you're a content person, or even if you are just a small business person who sometimes like to boost their Facebook videos for more reach. So that is my take on that.
yeah, I think I would just like to
Sindhu,
thank
what
each
about
and every.
you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just very much happy that this first session of the video marketing project went quite well. It is right now actually inspiring me to do more and more sessions with other people and see how we can create add some value to everyone out here who is really wanting to learn around this space. First of all, a big thanks to everyone who has stayed, who has not stayed, who was not able to join. I hope that we will be able to add some more value to them. Feel free to reach out to us via LinkedIn DMs or LinkedIn post or anything. We are very much active on LinkedIn, and let's see if there is a possibility that we can get on a call. If you want a personalized or a customized um, uh, what do you say strategy or something, we are up for it. We'll talk about it later on a different platform altogether. But let me just thank once again. Thank you so much for staying throughout. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's hope that we will come up with more and more sessions. I hope everyone stays happy, healthy, and safe. And take care, everyone. Bye, guys. It was great having you.
All right, bye bye, guys. Take care.
And thanks, Paisha. We'll see you on a call. Bye bye.